Welcome back to Gold Squadron Podcast. We're coming to you live from Adepticon here in Schaumburg, Illinois, at the World Open Qualifier. My name is William Hegwood. Today I'm joined by Johnny Randazzo.
That's how you say it. Glad to be here. I'm excited to be back into live X-Wing action. We are joining you here from round 2 of this tournament. Round 2, the scenario selected is Salvage Mission. We have some Republic on First Order action, and we already see the first round is underway. So to talk about the scenario, Salvage Mission is the one where you have to utilize your salvage action to, not salvage action, your tow action to claim these dropped cargoes. And so we will see ships picking up those objectives, and it's a matter of holding on to them while your opponent tries to drop them from you. Exactly, yeah.
We do have the Choose Your Champion betting still going. Got about 2 minutes left on it here. With the prioritization of objectives, we get into it very quickly these days.
Yeah, that's right. It's no more. The Rebel tagline used to be "one forward to victory." You can't play that anymore.
No.
You've got to go for objectives, or you're gonna fall behind. And so we do see that happening here already. Quick question from the chat already: what's with the 2 stress that Barris was carrying around?
Yes. Well, this was on to Barris there. That's going to be a very impactful upgrade card on on Gideon, called Commander Pyre. Commander Pyre, after you deploy forces, you apply 2 stress to an enemy ship. So what this allows the First Order to do is either slow down a ship or prevent it from taking the action to pick up a scenario objective, right? So in this instance, we had the double stress, which forced Ahsoka to pick up the objective instead of Barris. Now, luckily, Ahsoka can give a ship at range 0 to 1 an action even while stressed. So we saw a boost from Barris and then a 2 bank to clear the stress.
Yeah, kind of like a coordinate type thing, but even better because it could work through stress. So those stress definitely having an effect, but Ryan doing his best to sort of mitigate the effects of that with his action economy.
Yeah, exactly. And then it is always an interesting decision to see where that goes. How can it be the most impactful? And so put it onto the center here, and it looks the center ships, and it looks like we're going to be having the bets ending right now. What do you end up with here? I got about 70% voting for Ryan Farmer here, thinking that the Jedi have what it takes to take down the First Order.
Jedi are so good in the current game just because they do get that action economy. Being able to boost or barrel roll and then still get an action that you can use for like a scenario action is really strong. And then the passive mods, like we were saying from the last game.
Yeah, most ships will have to use an upgrade such as Major Von Reg's Afterburners to be able to move and pick up objectives, which I think is what we just saw there. Yeah, so Afterburners for the free boost, perform action is the tow.
And so we are seeing these players pick up these objectives. They're marking the objectives with these circular tokens. Essentially, if they've picked up a what is it called? A cargo crate? Supply crate?
Supply crate, I
If
believe.
they've picked up a supply crate, the players are marking it with a token next to their ship to signify that that ship has the supply crate. Now,
Cash.
supply cache.
Cache.
Now, once you have a supply cache, what are the conditions where you have to drop it?
So, when you have to drop it is when you well, let me start by saying you can always choose to jettison a cargo at the end of your activation, but your opponent will place your cargo. Your opponent always places your cargo. Now, when it can be jettisoned by force is when that ship suffers a crit. Then the same thing, your opponent places it at range 1 of your ship, just like all the jettisons.
And to be very clear, it's not a face-up damage card. It is just being dealt critical damage.
Exactly. So it could hit a shield. It could be something like we see it a lot with Selfless, where you could pull the crit from somebody else, but then you suffer the crit instead. If your Selfless carrier is holding a crate, if you activate Selfless, it will pop your crate off.
Sure. And then the other important rule to keep in mind here is that while you are holding a supply cache, you cannot perform advanced maneuvers. So what happens if you do try to perform an advanced maneuver?
Well, it's going to default to the stress maneuver, just as if you had dialed in a red maneuver while stressed. You're going to do a 2 white forward. You, assuming you're not stressed, because you're just having to be carrying a cargo crate, you would be allowed to be taking actions as normal.
But you don't drop that supply crate.
No.
You still hold on to it, but you
Yes.
cannot do the advanced maneuver.
Exactly. So, yes, thank you. We are into round 2 of round 2. The other things you can't do is slam or be coordinated.
Yeah.
The only time that you can perform an advanced maneuver is if you must do it. And I think the only time that's actually applicable is the HMP's side step.
That's right. So, seemingly simple scenario ends up with a lot of complicated rulings.
Yeah.
But we have the best judges in the country here at Adepticon making these judge calls. So as we can see here, after the first round, scoring ended up 2-2, each side claiming 2 supply caches. We got the 2 kind of on the periphery, as well as the 2 that were placed as close as possible to the starting areas. So maybe what you'd think of as the easiest ones to pick up.
Basically,
That
yeah.
middle one still unclaimed. However, the first order seemed to have a bead on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, those are the FOs. Malorus and Revis taking the middle there.
But, okay, so Revis is going to move first here. So you might expect Revis.
Could snatch it before, say, a 5 forward boost from Ahsoka to grab it.
I think so.
The other thing, as a note, just want to point out about advanced maneuvers. It does include Gideon's stop.
That's right.
So it will be a valuable tool that he has, especially with Proud Tradition, where he can stop and still focus. That is going to be, unfortunately, no longer available to him.
So straights, banks, and hard turns are basic maneuvers.
Correct.
Everything else
is an advanced
maneuver.
I believe reverses are advanced. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they are.
Okay, Steven ending up with the first player token. It is relevant here. We have 6 and 2 5s and a 4 on both sides of the table. So first player does matter. Revis getting out in front of everyone as that initiative 1. And so you guys were talking on the podcast about how In some scenarios, low initiative is advantageous.
Yes.
In some scenarios, high initiative is advantageous. This seems to be a scenario where low initiative works to your advantage because you sneak in there and grab a supply cache before anyone else moves. We see Revis doing that here. Ahsoka turning, we see Farmer coming in along the right flank of this map. Ahsoka, of course, is a cache carrier right now, taking an evade, so Farmer may be trying to protect her a little bit while utilizing her coordinate-like pilot ability.
Yeah.
And so we'll see if he is sort of kiting Steven to give chase a little bit. We'll see where these ships end up going. I find it interesting, Vonreg here kind of facing towards the middle of the board. Vonreg can get on you in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. I think he has the fast maneuver, too, if he wants to give chase. Or a straight maneuver, rather.
Yeah, that's right. Go fast and take shots. And so we do see these players setting their dials here. I think we're getting a coordinate here for a focus. And now on to Barris.
Yeah, I love that kind of leapfrog kind of coordination that Ahsoka can provide. Such a value between Chopper. We haven't really talked about Chopper, but it is so good. Thank you, though. Thank you for everything you're doing, Sarah.
Sorry, we are simultaneously ordering food and streaming this game. We are human beings who need to eat food for sustenance.
We do have to. So we're looking at. That's right. I wanted to get to Ahsoka. I just wanted to talk about Chopper for a bit. Chopper is what we see. Normally on Ahsoka, because you can get into these jamming positions more often. Chopper starts with 2 charges where you can take red evades, which Ahsoka could take the red evade and still trade her focus in for another action because of the stress.
Can I interrupt you for a ruling thing? I'm sorry. Revis should not have been able to be coordinated.
I will let them know. That is something that we'll adjust right now.
Okay, thanks to chat for pointing that out. Will is running over to the table to get that sorted. Probably harmless, but we want to make sure we get it taken care of. Thanks. Grabs that focus token off the board. Will is on the case. Hand gestures, and we're back to business.
Okay. So we offered for him to just throw an evade on Malorus or whatever, but it probably won't matter. It's really what
I think it's probably pretty harmless here.
He did activate the coordinate action, so he is going to be stuck with the stress.
Oh, we're considering like a failed action?
Well, no, he would just look at available people to coordinate.
Sure.
So it probably would end up being an evade on Malorus. Which
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because Malorus would have been in range too.
Okay, so he is now carrying that stress. I don't know if that'll matter.
You two back out.
But
so another thing I like to do, I like having on Gideon is Where's he at? Yeah, here.
Hiding at the bottom.
Hiding at the bottom is Agent Terex. Starts the game with 3 calculates, and at the start of the engagement phase, you can throw one of those calculates to a ship at range 0 to 3, which allows him, a lot of the times you're going to take it for yourself, a little greedy there, but if you're not being shot at, you throw the calculate to whoever is being shot at.
Yeah. Do you like the First Order, the setup shenanigans that they bring to the game?
I think Gideon Hask is probably the best 4-point support ship. Between Pyre, Terex, and the Coordinate, it is just so much you can do to a ship.
Yeah.
Right? And then later on, when Terex is flipped and you can hand out long-range jams, in addition to their range 1 white jam action, you can start debuffing the enemy as well if they get too close to you.
Yeah. Yeah, usually the restrictions on the normal jam action are pretty rough, but being able to do it with more flexibility can definitely help.
Yeah, I mean, you still get, 7 health on 2 agility. Still pretty good. And then, of course, the defensive rerolls from Pyre. Now, these Jedi don't normally stress themselves, but Contrail could. I guess Ahsoka could if she's rocking Chopper or doing red maneuvers.
Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, so we see Farmer has come around on that far side of the board.
Really screaming hot down there.
Yeah, and is gonna probably be able to take some shots here, kind of tailing Steven a little bit. And at the same time, we did see Von Reg move in right up behind Ahsoka. So Von Reg being able to get a pretty clean shot. Does that look like range 1 to you from Von Reg? We're about to find out. We are at...
It's too close to call, but I think it was.
At engagement right now. We'll see how many dice fly out onto the dice box. We get 3 eyeballs and a blank.
Yep. Was able to get that lock from the ship ability.
And spends that focus for 4 hits. Spends the evade token to get 2 evades, 2 damage going through into Commander Tano.
Yeah, and looks like a bullseye as well for the Strainer and Deplete in the system phase. So got to be something, that'll be something to look out for. LaHughes's arc is forward. Does have barrage rockets, so can only shoot. Get out of here. Stop it. Oh, wait. What am I doing? There we go.
You got this.
But yes, can only shoot those barrage rockets out of the turret arc. So would have needed to rotate it backwards here. We did see the Terex calculate come down on him for some extra defense.
This is a CLT shot. There were 2 eyeballs rolled. Then a reroll to give ultimately 2 hits.
Yeah, very interesting there because you can add the result and then re-roll it to try to save yourself some force.
Sure. We got the long range shot here coming from...
This is Malaris.
This is Malaris. We get 2 hits.
Ooh, Ahsoka has to spend her other force and takes another damage. Did I get her first damage on there?
All right, Ahsoka 2 hold down now.
Was that first or second card? I think that was the second card.
Yeah, it was. 2 hold down is what I meant to say.
2 hold down. Yes,
yep.
yes. What am I doing? Get this out of here.
The red dice are flying.
Ooh, this is his droid there, R2C4. Converted the eyeball to a hit. We see the calculate coming off of LaHughes's to dodge the shot. And now maneuver took away basically the range bonus there. This is Contrail who took the lock. Ooh, gonna get hit crit.
Ends up with hit crit. Blanks on the defense.
No. So we see 2 shields down on Malorus then. Was not holding a crate. So does not need to be dropped there.
And finally, Rivas getting in. I think that I read that as, oh, he's checking arc here. Maybe range 3 to Anakin. He's got Rick and Anakin.
If it's obstructed, I think you just shoot Rick.
I think you shoot Rick. You could, yeah.
Pop the crate, maybe, right? Best case scenario.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see what the decision here.
Yeah, players, I don't know if they're discussing something or if it's just deciding.
Okay, he's calling out. They might have been discussing Rick's ability.
Oh, sure,
which
see if it's on. And no damage, no hits, no damage.
Yep, and we will move back.
Call it there.
To the next round. So we hold on to all of the crates, which means here Steven's going to get 3 mission points while Ryan gets 2 for carrying those crates. I'm going to remind Ryan about his crate token. Yeah, that should be everything. Missing link. If I take a look here at Ahsoka, yeah, actually the charge is down. Oh, we see the stress go down now.
Yeah, he had it off to the side. Yep.
Yeah, that was a chopper. Well, they do have a purple evade for the Aether Sprite, so would have the option between either or. But when you take the red evade, you save your force.
That's right.
Oh, they caught it. Perfect.
Okay, so we're good, and we are back to dials. Okay, so we see Steven controlling more crates right now. So does Farmer have to worry about that? And if so, what are his options to try to chip away at that advantage?
So I think you have 2 options. Is that you either focus all of these shots into the fleeing LaHugh's, probably 5 straighting and rotating, right? Like, what else are you doing? You're a turret flying away. Or if you want to ignore LaHugh's for now, you can cut in and try to take Gideon's token.
Yeah, you kind of know a little bit where Gideon might be going. He's just got the 1 and 2 straights and banks.
Yep.
So maybe in a little bit of a predictable spot here. We'll have to see what Ryan decides.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the option. It's always a feels bad, but could also try to cut in here and take out Rebus. But it's a 2-point ship, though. So, like, how much are you potentially giving up by focusing your efforts there?
And then on the flip side, Steven is giving chase clearly to Ahsoka. Is Ahsoka in trouble here at 1 health with a pursuing Vonreg?
See, now I got a spicy idea because you're playing a little bit defensive with Ahsoka. Just double check Gideon's style for just a second. So does have the 1 bank. I was wondering if potentially that hard turn Ahsoka ability to barrel roll could block that 1 bank.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then he's got no mods, shooting in range 0. Well, yeah, no mods because of the range 0. But you still would have an extra force for defense.
And yeah, that's right. That makes sense.
It's just going to depend on Malorus. Is Malorus going to try to give chase or come and help out with the flank here?
Ooh, yeah, big round here. It turns out. I'm sure that's why.
Yeah, Andros agreeing with me here, has the possibility of doing it. Because you don't want to run, right? And then like boost.
No, you're just leaving yourself open.
Yeah.
You're in the corner. You don't have room to.
Oh, but the Von Reg ability though, hand out the strain, you won't clear it with a hard one.
That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. And that ability is on right now, right?
It should be.
Yeah.
I think that bullseye's on. It's going to be a true testament of Stephen LaBarge. Does he activate Von Reg's ability? A lot of respect if he does. He should remember his triggers.
Jeff Wilder, thank you so much for the 37 months.
These guys who've been just subscribed for so long, just warm my heart, man. I had to think back at, like I said, 37 months, that's 3 years to go, right? We were back at Adepticon, 2019.
Yeah, that's right. Sure thing.
That? Do you remember that was the last Adepticon?
That's insane. That's insane.
Insane. Yep, that's pretty awesome. I appreciate everybody who's able to stick with us through these challenging times. But guess what? We made it. We made it through. Able to open up and get some more events here in person.
We're back, baby. We do see that Von Reg ability go onto Ahsoka, and then we're opening it up with Revis. 3-bank into the corner. Revis trying to throw some interference. Maybe just this is another key role of low initiative, low cost ships. You get in the way.
Yeah, right? Like, how much effort? Oh, hard one. I think Ryan saw it too. But yeah, like, if Revis so it's already held a crate for 1 round, scored a point, right? And now, if you can eat a whole round of shots without dying, also worth it. So we did see, there it is, that strain token going down. Big props to Stephen LaBarge for remembering that. Rarely seen ability.
Droid 0894 with the 36 months, followed by John Rainbow 29 months. We got some loyal fans here at Gold Squadron. Ahsoka using her ability to grab an evade. Is that what we're seeing here?
I'm going to wait for Ryan to move, but I'm going to ask him about how many stress he should have.
Why? It's a stress and a strain, right?
But wasn't he stressed before?
He was stressed before, and now he picked up a strain.
But he hard two'd?
Hard one. Yeah. Wait.
So how do you clear stress? I'll ask him.
Oh.
Is Steven moving?
Well,
yeah,
wait.
Steven's moving, so I'll
all right, we're going to get this sorted out. No cheating on stream, Will. Don't cheat on stream. Next up, do I see template out for Rick? I think that's right. Rick going fast, as Rick likes to do.
Okay. So, I don't know if I could pull up. Why can't I?
You should be able to just type.
I know, right? Oh, there it is. There it is. I don't have. Oh, it's C1, isn't it?
It's not actually chop. Yeah.
It's not actually chopper. So let's take a look at this. So what he did was legal. He just needed an extra stress. Is basically what it came down to. So let's take a look at that card. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here so we can kind of read what it says. So this is the flip side of chopper. After you use your, So this is both sides of chopper here. So use both red actions even while stressed. Oh, because that's underneath of it. Don't worry about that. So even while stressed. So between that and Ahsoka's ability, you can't take the evade, can't take the bear roll. But now we'll switches to the flip side, which is when you can start jamming enemy ships. So.
How do we switch
cool.
this again?
How do we switch what?
The first player token?
They do it.
But on the screen? Oh, no, but like on the overlay.
They do it. I'm
They
not sure
do
what
it?
you're asking.
To move this to here?
Yeah, they do it. Have you not seen that?
No.
It's a physical token.
And when they move it, it flips it.
Yeah, let me show you the...
I believe you.
It's above the dice box.
Yep.
And it moves left and right. Because guess what? Trying to track who's first player is hard.
We got a lot to track. So out of all of those options for Ryan to take, it looks like he's going for LaHuse along the right side here, right? He kind of has Anakin and Rick and Contrail all pursuing there, coming around the corner for that tie. And the tie did go straight, as you thought, and taking a defensive focus. I think this is the final move on the table here. No, Anakin first. Anakin first. They flipped that token.
There it is, yep.
There it is.
They caught it. They caught it.
Anakin first. So we have all of these Republic ships.
Or no, this is turn 3.
And it's turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
All these Republic ships coming around the corner, and looks like a lot of arcs on LaHuse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, LaHuse did rotate that arc, so he's going to have those barrage rockets able to be fired there. And this is something I haven't seen before, is hotshot gunner on him. LaHuse has a huge loadout, so he can take these expensive items. But because you can rotate your indicator only to the front back, you must treat the front arc requirement of your torpedoes as turret. So basically you can shoot them out the rear.
And this is a close call here. It looks like Von Reg was close to clearing Ahsoka, but by millimeters ends up bumping. And so it's like he said, Ahsoka ending up in a safe position with those tight Jedi maneuvers. I think everyone has moved here. Von Reg is maybe thinking about the bump action, stress and focus, I think is maybe the decision being laid out here.
It's tough. You are going to eat 2 dice back from Ahsoka. But also your blues are amazing. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the bump focus. You're talking about Malorus?
I was talking about the bump focus.
Okay.
The players have moved on.
Players moved on.
The streamers are a step behind.
He didn't care about
as usual.
He didn't care about the red focus. You're full health, Von Reg, so not too big of a deal. This is the
this is Anakin, right? Anakin coming in, 3 hits, blanks out. That's going to be damage into.
I think this was a ion missile.
Oh, you're right. I believe ion missile, that would make sense. LaHuse, with the ion token, is going to be forced to do the 1 straight next turn. And in a bit of trouble. This is probably Von Reg coming in. Natties. No danger. Ahsoka lives.
Ahsoka lives!
Ahsoka lives!
Exclamation point, not question mark. will be in the bullseye again. So we'll apply another strain token to Ahsoka.
Goodness. Oh, too many dice. Ahsoka should have rolled one less.
Are they gonna?
I see some. I see some discussion.
Are they gonna catch it? Big Vic's there.
I do see.
What's going on, Vic?
Does strain affect range 0 shots?
It should not. It should not. Yep, so that is in our, you know where we can find out a lot of this information? That's in our event doc.
We have this prime position here. We are right next to the judges talking over this in real time.
Yep, so let's take a look at the event doc here. We should have the information at the very bottom. Nope, that was rules questions. What was the confirmation on that?
I mean, there's nothing that can change the number of dice being rolled.
Nothing.
Yeah, like Wedge's ability doesn't work.
Kanan.
No.
Kanan was ruled to work.
What's Kanan's wording?
Roll one less.
Huh? Do you remove the strain? Yes. No. No? Because you didn't do the thing.
But that's not the attacker changing the defense, though.
Okay, sorry for the silence here.
No,
we are debating this live.
I thought we had covered it, but we're moving on for now. It's something we could fix before the start of the next round.
We have our judges right here at the table flipping through pages. And so the ruling as currently stated is that the strain does not reduce dice. D is...
I believe this would be covered, but... So I believe they thought that the understanding was that the attacker could not modify anything. The attacker's dice could not be modified, and they cannot modify the... This means that a defender of a range 0's attack may use abilities which cancel the... Oh, cancel the defenders, which is different. Canceling is not a modification.
So is that strain...
Yeah, can I show you? Can I show you?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Okay.
Strain does apply.
Enemy effect. It's not a...
Strain does apply. Strain does apply.
Strain does apply.
Strain does apply.
Okay.
We're backing it up.
I know. It's what do I want to say? A lot of moving parts these days, and we're all getting used to range 0, so should not matter.
We got distracted by D giving us a roll.
Yes.
Remember we don't remember if Contrail rolled an attack.
I can ask the chat.
I think.
Chat, what did Contrail just roll?
D messed us up.
I know. Turns out D was incorrect about his own ruling.
Yeah.
So let's see. Well, we'll ask him here. So it was that the most recent attack?
Yeah. It would have been. We don't know if I did attack. We literally both can't.
Did Contrail attack this turn?
We're getting 2 reports of focus blank.
Focus blank. Okay. Then I'll just say that.
Okay. Thank you, chat, so much. This is why many hands make light work.
That's right. We are a village on this stream. So to recap, Ahsoka had a strain token. The original ruling was that the strain does not apply because modifications cannot occur during a range 0 attack. But then it was rightfully reversed because the strain is not an enemy modifying your ship. It's more like a game condition modifying the dice. And so in that case, strain does apply, even at range 0. We got the ruling right. D must give himself a warning. Disagree. D's doing a fantastic job.
Hey, man, the new rules, 180-something competitors. It's
right.
It's okay. It's only round 2.
Okay, so let's pick up the thread here. We get hit crits coming in.
Shield
Crit goes through.
This is on Anakin. Anakin's taking damaged engine.
Damage engine.
Yikes.
Increase the difficulty of the turns, if I do recall. Yeah, which one's which?
I don't know. I never remember. Here it is. Yikes, that's a big attack.
I think we have Barris. Barris is up in the order. Barris going on Revis. Nope, Malorus is what I meant.
All right, took the lock. Has that Malorus ability.
Oh, called it wrong. Malorus into Barris is what I should have said. Has that Malorus ability, like you mentioned.
Yep, and that was a cluster missile attack at range 2. Nobody to bounce it off of, unfortunately, but still 3-dice attack. That's what you want from a simple 3-point ship.
That's right.
Double modified 3-dice attack. That's all you're looking for. Ooh.
I'll take it. We get 3 hits on the board right now. Up against Evade Eyeball.
So it must have been a bullseye. Probably gonna, I mean, could risk the 1 shield. It's because of Anakin. I think you take it. Yeah. You have the range 1 on Anakin. Anakin's down to 1 health right now. That would be a huge 6 points.
Oh my goodness.
Points. You have to take it. You have to take it.
Okay, looks like
he did flip his focus token as if he was a force.
There we go. Looks like we have Ahsoka firing here. Adds a eyeball result. The only thing to do here is spend the force, which she does not. And we're over to Revis. Revis measuring range 1 to Anakin. Hit crit. Anakin evades it, no problem.
Okay.
Plot armor, Will.
That could have been a huge attack.
Plot armor, you can't kill Anakin.
Yikes. James, he shot at Malorus, actually.
That's right, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, end of the round. Let's tally points. We still are looking at 3 points to 2, I think, if I'm reading that.
Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3 red still out there.
Yep, and 2 blue.
1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Yep.
This has been a good game, if for nothing else, the decisions that these players have had to make of where they're going to go on their turns. We currently have ionized. Lahuse is ionized.
Yes. Which, not the worst thing in the world when you have a rear arc and barrage rockets, right?
That's
Could be
right.
worse.
Yeah, that's right. So does Ryan just try to pick up the 5 points here? Just take out Lahuse, if at all possible?
Yeah, you're thinking Lahuse would be here. 5 straight. A 5 straight boost, maybe. And then same thing, yeah. 5 straight boost. Yeah, just put every arc on it for the moment. You're free from Revis is hard 1, I guess, right? And Malorus could only hard 2 to be into the fight. Plus, if you do that, you can then sweep in on Gideon next round, perhaps.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think you almost have to. Especially with Anakin about to die, you need a quick way of making up points. That's what's so powerful about Ion right now. The irony that we lost all of our dial peaking.
That's right.
But forcing your opponent to do a dial, still totally legal.
Yeah, that's right. Ion very strong. I know you and Marcel were both talking about how strong Ion is. And we're seeing that here possibly play a very big role.
Yeah, because you're forced to only focus. You can't do scenario actions. In the scenarios where you need to be specific places, assault and chance, you could ionize somebody so they would go away or be unable to claim those objectives again, right? On top of ionizing somebody so they hit one of the new obstacles, well, so they are forced to suffer the new obstacle rules.
Effects.
Yeah, rocks doing an automatic damage up to 2. Gas clouds ionizing. Imagine ionizing someone onto a gas cloud, then they get another ion.
Terrible. That's fine.
Yeah. Pretty powerful stuff. I see that road roll.
Looks like Steven is going to be the first player here. And starting off with Revis, as we have all game. Revis, a hard 1 into a bump, I think, is how I'm reading that.
He missed it. He got it last time.
Should have grabbed, got another strain. Is that what we're thinking? Yeah.
It's in arc, I believe. Well, that's before I say anything. In arc is 0 to 3. It's okay. This is a heated game right now, so I can't blame them.
Ahsoka trying to get some distance there. Ryan asking for Von Reg to be marked so we could accurately get that bank maneuver in. And so puts the template on the side hash of Von Reg. And Ahsoka coming in with the 3. Which is white, right? Ahsoka's just going to carry those 2 stress.
Yeah, and I think that might have been like a factor. Like in Steven's mind, he's like, don't worry about the Von Reg, he's just going to clear it anyways, right? So and then just never went back to it after thinking that, right? I do that a lot in like the planning phase where I'm just like, oh, whatever.
So we see a jam go down, jam onto Malorus.
That's right. That was the erratic. Ahsoka is, I think, the best chopper carrier because you can do both fine-tune controls and her ability, then choppers jam. Because all of that is after fully executing.
That's right, and you get to decide what order to do it in. Then Ahsoka opted for a boost. Ahsoka hanging on at 1 health, does boost into the middle of the board. And now we have Gideon turning, kind of doing a bit of a dance here in that same direction towards the middle of the board. How can Ahsoka boost while stressed? It's because Ahsoka's ability allows her to give out actions to friendly ships even while they are stressed.
Yep, super powerful ability in my opinion. The only reason she is not in every Grand Republic list is her initiative of 3. Can be a penalty, basically, right? Your double repositions, a bunch of your action economy is not as effective without that board knowledge.
Okay, so now we see Barris coming in. Again, we're getting a little crowded here at the middle of the board. We'll see what happens. Measuring, is it for a lock?
Ooh, people noticing Gideon Hask does have that proud tradition. Was allowed to take a focus. There is no downside. It's only the downside of proud tradition is when you attack while stressed, not when you defend.
Chat wants to make sure that Rick...
I know. I'm waiting. If Rick moves, then I will say something. I assume they'll just catch it when he moves, but Ryan also flew his ships right past that token and didn't do anything about it. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for a while.
So we see the required 1 forward from LaHuse is still allowed to take the focus action.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the amount of interactions going on in this is pretty impressive. I do want to, I wonder if I could, I got like a rules question about the hotshot gunner and barrage rockets.
And Barris here getting the block in on Malorus.
On Malorus.
So Malorus is jammed and now gets in for a block.
So yeah, so no point in taking the red focus because it's just going to remove your jam.
Sure.
It works because you...
No, he is taking the red focus.
It's requirement. Well, he has a jam token there.
I see a focus stress out there. We'll get that straightened out. Rick coming in with a big 3-turn. So splitting arcs just a little bit here. Rick turning in towards Gideon.
On LaHuse, are you familiar with LaHuse? Or just the SF ability in general?
Not necessarily.
Next up, Contrail. We'll see if Contrail stays on LaHuse. And it looks like he does. Contrail giving chase, getting right into range 1 behind LaHuse. And grabbing another lock. So LaHuse locked up. Next we have Von Reg.
This is... You must treat the
Von Reg reveals his 3-turn, getting in that big sweeping turn. And a little bit, I don't want to say out of the action, but a little bit on the flank here, I guess I should say.
Is it a turret attack or is it a missile attack?
It's pronounced Von Reg. Thank you. Token Palooza. There are a lot of tokens out on the board.
Is it still a front arc attack or is it...
And Von Reg is taking that strain.
No, wait, no. It's required. It's not treat as. Required.
That's why you shoot up one. So you can't. So if you shoot it with a turret, it doesn't.
But it's still a missile, it's not a turret.
Yeah, exactly. It's still a turret. That's why you treat this as a...
It's still a front arc. SD about it. SD. See if we... Maybe.
And doing a Daredevil boost here, I believe.
Yeah, Daredevil.
So Von Reg coming in with a hard-won Daredevil boost.
I forgot he gets double talent these days. I mean, he did line himself up for the tiny rock. That's a problem for next turn, you know what I mean?
Yeah, one thing at a time. Anakin coming in, staying on LaHuse. So we have Contrail and Anakin on LaHuse, definitely trying to probably finish him off. I think
Rick,
that's safe to
Rick
say.
Turned away. Interesting.
Rick turned in towards Gideon.
Okay.
I think we did get the jam token figured out on Malorus. And so we are all squared away.
Interesting.
Anakin does boost in. Look at that formation flying.
So close. Interesting, though. So maybe a reason why he turned Rick away, because LaHuse never revealed a dial. Rick's ability doesn't work.
Sure. So you're not getting as much value. And yeah, that makes sense. And then I think he just wants to fire the ion torpedoes here, probably, right?
Ooh. Well,
I mean, Rick.
Yes,
firing
yes,
ion torpedoes against
most likely, yeah.
Gideon.
So what? Okay. We got a ruling that it works.
Okay, yeah. Can you explain the gunner thing?
Okay, I will in a second here. I just want to. So we saw a deplete come down. That was from R2D2. Being able to, you can recover a shield, remove a device, or repair a damaged card for taking a deplete. So we will most likely have a shield backup on Anakin. Let's see what these attacks are.
This is Vonreg, I think, going into Ahsoka. Hit something. Ahsoka rolling 4 dice for range 3. I think that's a dead Ahsoka.
Crates going down, yeah.
Yeah, dead Ahsoka. She drops her crates, and the opponent gets to place it at range 1 of her destroyed ship.
Exactly. So while they are placing that crate, so what we were discussing, I kind of assumed it worked, but I obviously wasn't sure. Look at that. They figured it out finally of what was that token flying around. So the discussion was about the heavy weapons turret that says you must treat the front arc requirement of your equipped missile upgrades as a turret. And basically I was questioning is it still a front arc attack, or is it now a turret attack? Is treating the requirement the same as treating the attack as? And it's been ruled that yes, that means that it is a turret attack when you shoot barrage rockets, which does work with Hotshot Gunner to be able to strip tokens then. Interesting. A combination I hadn't seen before, but it checks out.
Okay, we have Anakin here. Anakin rolled hit, eyeball, blank, spent the lock to reroll the eyeball blank into eyeball blank, then spent the force for 2 hits, which both go through into Lahuse. Am I pronouncing that right, chat?
Yes.
Lahuse.
So I think Lahuse then should have...
Down to 2.
I think he's got...
Can we get an F for Snips in the chat?
So I think I might have not calculated that the ion damage right, but he's currently sitting at 3 cards, living on his hull upgrade.
Living on his hull upgrade. Okay, so now we're down to initiative 5. We have Malorus taking the range 0 shot. Is that right? Onto Barris?
Yeah, but yeah. Yep, it has to spend the force to not take damage.
Next up is Lahuse.
Yeah, so it would be removed at initiative 5, but I think they were more distracted by messing with the crate than anything else. So if she fires, we'll stop the game, but until then. All right, Lahuse does have that range 1 rear arc attack here. 2 with the calculate?
Yeah, that's right. 2 hits coming through. Was this to Anakin, I would assume?
Yeah.
2 evades, no matter.
No problem. Okay. 2 hits here from, this would be Contrail using that Besh. And the 3 is the kill shot there. 1 more damage onto Lahuse, and he gets removed from the board. Besh coming in huge there to be able to spend the lock and convert a die automatically. Assuming he took that damage? Assuming he did.
I think we're over to Rick.
Yep.
Maybe? Yeah. Sure thing.
Spins the torp, spins the evade.
And that'll be a successful ion torpedoes. Right?
No.
Takes 1 damage.
But only 1 ion. Medium base.
Okay.
Requires 2. Yeah, maybe they dealt out an extra damage.
Is
card or something?
LaHughes alive?
He may have dealt an extra damage card. I don't know. I'll ask him about it just to be sure. But all right, this is Barris. Got that CLT for double crit. Could pop the crate here.
And then I see the answer.
And I think does. Yep. Takes the other shield off of Gideon and is going to pop the crate.
Yep, here's the range 1 ruler for that dropped crate. We did get Ahsoka out of there.
No, it's not the hull upgrade. He had 3 cards before Contrail shot. Am I crazy? I definitely looked to see if he had 3 cards before Contrail shot.
I think.
But I also thought he was only at 2 damage. Oh, he's gone. Well,
LaHughes is gone. We got it.
I guess there we go.
I think Farmer deciding where to put this supply cache.
Mm-hmm.
Basically trying to decide who's going to come scoop this thing up.
Yep, Rick already has one. You can't hold multiples. So potentially could have Contrail pick it up.
Yeah, I think Contrail turns in and scoops that up maybe.
Exactly. Oh, they're waiting for the same initiative. But did they ever deal the extra damage card? I don't know.
And rounding us out is Revis. Oh man, how many times do you clip the tail of those Naboos? That sticks out like, and you just don't see it.
So we should have seen the Hotshot Blaster. The whole thing we were talking about, if it worked, that was a range 1 turret attack. But it didn't remove Anakin's focus after he defended.
All that.
I know, all that, and well, we were talking about barrage rockets, but
okay, he's measuring for range here.
I think you shoot into Rick here, depending on, well, we're all going to get extra agility, so I think you shoot into Rick and just try to pop the crate. If Anakin still has the focus token, you might as well not even bother.
But I mean, is it greedy to try to chip damage away on Anakin? Maybe be able to take him out in the next turn? Now, these players may or may not be aware, but there's 4 minutes left on the minimum clock.
That's true.
Although there is no official clock present in the room, so they may or may not be aware of that minimum time.
True. Players should be probably keeping track of that themselves just to see what, the 72-minute timer is. So let's do a recap then. Ahsoka lost the crate, and so did Gideon, which should leave then just 1 blue over for Ryan, and then 2 reds out here on the first order. Which, if Revis and Ahsoka have been removed from the board, that puts us at 12 to 14.
Regenerate some force.
Johnny, great, not you, Johnny, but Johnny in our chat. Great question. In this scenario, there are no half points. You only get half points in chance engagement. So you need to fully destroy a ship. Oh, okay. This is our inside the ship cam here as we watch the players do some planning phases.
Did Reva shoot? Yes, I believe we did see Reva shoot. I think there was no damage through on that Reva shot.
1-to-1. Yep. One hit, one evade. Something like that.
What was the tournament round time length? We don't know.
Yes.
The way we're running it is only Dion knows the official tournament time. It's a minimum of 72. It could be as high as 78, but we don't know until Dion calls time in the round. That's the way AMG wants to run it. They want the clock to be less of a factor. They would like to see the game's end results be influenced as little by time as possible. Coming in late, where's Dion today?
He's our EO for
Dion's our
today.
EO event organizer. He's running the show. He's behind the desk. He's putting out fires. He's breaking up fights.
Yep.
And we don't talk about Dion. No, Dion is our admiral for the day, steering us clear. And he pops in every once in a while, though, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. We have him on mic'd up so we can hear any announcements that he might have. We're waiting. Did we officially get into? Let's go back to the table. We can check on our clock. All right, 51 seconds until stoppage time.
Stoppage time.
Stoppage time.
Which,
So likely with our pace of play in this game, likely still last round no matter what.
probably at the
So
last round. That's right.
probably unaffected by the stoppage time. It has been, someone mentioned it previously, but the pace of play has been noticeable. I'm not sure if it's the amount of different card interactions that the players are having or the scenario between having to pick up the crates instead of just claim them. But it has been noticeable. Not that that's wrong.
It's just the game that we're in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, looks like we're waiting on a couple more dials here. We've got the majority of them set. And maybe just waiting for, I see Barris down now. Or that could actually be Contrail.
Yep, Ryan has these unique dials as well. Love to see them. I'll have to ask him where he had gotten them from.
Yeah,
They look super cool.
definitely, and I mean, it helps us a ton, right? We can tell what's what.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're rolling for road. We got one eye result here. Can't see the results on Steven's side. We'll see who is six. Sorry, we'll see who's 4 moves first. Rivas, of course, leading us off. Getting in with the bank. Coming in behind farmer ships and grabbing a focus action. Looks like Steven must be first player because he's revealing the dial for Gideon. Gideon getting in with a 2-turn, coming in towards the middle of the board.
Yeah, we'll see if he remembers his proud tradition this time. He is allowed to take that focus action while stressed. So there's some discussion about do we think games are going to completion? Now I think that while there might not be a clear like victor as in you destroyed all the enemy ships, I do think a lot of games are going to 20 points by the end of time.
Yeah, sure.
Even if it is like the last round. And what's another thing we've been discussing is you need approximately half your points from scenarios, so then you should be shooting for about half your points coming from destroyed targets. Right now, Steven does have 10 scenario points compared to Ryan's 7. If he can kill Anakin, he'll get 6. And then he just needs to find those 4 other points here.
We see Barris comes in towards Gideon takes the fine-tuned barrel roll and then focus action. Next up, we have Malorus snuggling in behind that obstacle.
Still has cluster missiles available.
And we see no action here from Malorus. Followed by Rick. Rick go fast, like Rick likes to do.
Yeah, interesting that Malorus didn't take the lock and then just proc their ability. Wonder if he's trying to save it for another round. That might not happen. Drink all your potions before the end of the game, guys.
Rick does boost in to get in behind Gideon. Is Gideon in danger of being taken out this round?
Gideon. Shields down, 5 hull. Going to have a... Oh. Time the round's been called. Okay. So we only got about 2 or 3 minutes there instead of, say, the full 6.
Okay, so no action from Malorus because of the stress token.
Oh, duh. I'm looking at the wrong ship anyways. Like
so we did see Contrail come in with the turn as we thought and pick up that crate.
Ooh, 2 damage on Major Von Reg there.
Did Von Reg clip that rock?
He sure
did. Brutal.
So we'll have the option to take actions and did clear the stress and strain. Only suffered a hit damage, so does not drop his own crate. Even though he rolled a crit, asteroids only do hit damage. We're gonna say a new token go down, probably strain. Nope, I just clarified.
Did not take critical damage.
Yep. Only debris do critical damage for obstacles. No other obstacles do that.
Okay, we see Von Reg tokening up. I think he put down a lock and a focus. Did I read that right?
Yep. Lock focus takes probably the strain and just what do I want to say? Just goes full offense here. You're a little bit behind. You got to make up the points.
And Anakin, a big 3 bank. We'll see what he ends up doing. Flips the force for a fine-tuned boost. Getting in right behind that rock. Now, the players did hear time get called in the round, so they are aware this is the last round, and looks like Anakin's picking up a lock.
Yep, that's another ion missile potentially then. While it might not be, a lot of damage, but denying it, to me, it's a 2 dice swing, right? You get an extra dice and you take away their ranged dice.
Yeah,
so even if it is
sense.
Just 1 damage, you might not have hit with just your 2 attack dice. So
yeah, especially if it's not in bullseye like we have here.
Oh yeah,
makes a lot of sense. Okay, Von Reg is up first. Range 1 shot into Barris, if I'm interpreting that. We see 4 dice down. Keeps a crit eyeball rolling from the lock, spending the focus for 4 results into Barris. Barris sitting at full blinks from Barris.
No.
A devastating hit from Von Reg into Barris.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, the outmaneuvered there really affecting that shot.
Barris only getting 2 dice, blanks out. No tokens to save her. Only the focus. And that is a 1-shot Barris.
Yeah, it's almost going to be impossible for Ryan to recover now. Even if he kills Gideon, that's only 4 points. Does have 2 crates currently. That's only going to be 18.
All right, I lost the line here. Is this Anakin's shot now?
Yep.
Just trying to do what he can against Gideon.
Mm-hmm. So, does shoot that ion missile obstructed. Yeah, Ryan not happy about the blank out there, I'm sure. And then this is just Gideon just gonna, my opinion, spend it while you got it in situations like that.
Sure.
This is gonna be Malorus.
Malorus has options here to Rick or Anakin or Contrail, I think, are the options.
You really want the Anakin. Might go obstructed into Contrail.
Yep, pointing at Contrail.
I don't think he had Anakin when he measured earlier.
Just one hit there, easily evaded.
All right, and then Rick here, range 1. Spins the evade. Had to boost, so no rerolls. Gonna take 2 more on Gideon. But won't be enough to take him down. We have a last shot here from Revis. No damage going through.
And that is going to be time.
Oh, sorry, that was Contrail.
That was Contrail. We still got Revis coming in. Range 2 into Contrail.
I forgot everybody was I-5.
No results.
Yep, no problem. Spends the focus for 1. We get the handshake.
GG.
Stephen LaBarge takes it. So this would be officially, let's do the official score here. So Stephen would have 2 crates to Ryan's single crate there. Or no, 2 crates for Ryan.
But not enough. Stephen being able to add the points from mission points and destroyed ships. And FO on top.
Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, and Row 6, our Grand Admiral patrons, and all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members. Thank you so much for your support. Gold Squadron out.